everyone. Been in the garden again, and I thought I'd have a sit down and chat about my thoughts about the garden. And as usual, somebody wants to come and say hello, don't you, Rexy? Rexy's got his little t-shirt on because he's cut himself, so we've got to have something on to stop him scratching and licking. Yes, go on and lick your poor little side, can you? Hey, it's all miserable, aren't you, darling? Poor little Rex. Anyway, back to what I was saying. My thoughts are, I've got too many plums. Don't know what to do with plums. We've had plum crumble, we've had plum pie, we've had plum jam, and if I turn this camera around now and point it at the plum tree, you wouldn't think I took any off it. It is absolutely full. So that's one thought. The next thought is I've got some more roses coming out from what I can see over there, and I thought they'd finished, and I've been cutting them down, but never mind. Surely there won't be many more. I won't have missed many. I didn't see them, any buds of the ones I cut down. The other thing is I'm going to have to sort out the... What's up, Rexy? I forgot to hold your paw. All right. The other thing is I've got to sort out the watering system for next year. I'm going to be moving things anyway, but it's all right beginning of the year. Everything seems to get watered perfectly all right, but as it gets towards the hottest part of the year, some things on the end of the watering system don't seem to be getting enough water, so I've got to kind of rethink it and get it a bit more flatter. When it's got to go up and down into pots, from one pot to another, it'll drip in the middle of a pot, in the middle of two pots, instead of dripping into the pots. So I've had an idea of laying it along the floor and having lots more like big long trays that the water drips into, and then the plants will take the water from the bottom. They will suck it up. So that is the thought. So that's what we go for next year. The ones with the different type of watering system, where it's got a little tiny red drip thing, that's all right. It's the other one that's like a hose pipe that it just seeps out. That's the one that I'm having problems with if I don't get it dead flat. So if it has to go up slightly uphill, more water comes out at the first part, and then as it's gone up the hill, less water comes out, to the point where some of the plants haven't been getting watered. So a bit complicated, but it's something I've got to sort out. The third year of trying, we will what I might do is lay the pipe in first, then put the plants in. Might be a better idea, and then I'll make sure I've got it exactly flat, and then plant round it, where before I've always put all my plants in and then tried to lay the watering system. So try a different way maybe. Yeah, so lots of jobs to do. I'm about to go on holiday. I'm going to the beach for the doggies, but if we ever get there, because we've had more accidents. Rex has had an accident, Flynn's had an accident with his eye, and we're on the third week of treatment. Turned out it was a grass seed, and they didn't know it was there, so it was embedded in his eye and it's caused him a big ulcer. So we finally had an operation and got that took out. Rex would have had to been stitched up if we'd have known he'd cut himself, but he's got that long fur that we didn't see it till it had started to heal on its own. So we've got a gaping wound that we've got to keep bathing and putting stuff on, and he's on antibiotics. So at this rate, it's going to be a nightmare when we go on holiday. So I've got lots of things to do when I get back. I've got to finish painting all the fencing, and the summer house needs finished painting. That never got finished. There's quite a bit of fencing needs painting. There's a lot of stuff needs cutting down, ready for the winter. Oh, you name it, needs doing it. And as well as I am training for quite a few races, A lot of you know, as well as my garden, my passion is sport. So we've got a winter season will be coming, and it'll be on top of me before I'm ready. And the dogs won't have been trained because they've been lazing about all summer, so they need to get fit. I need to get fitter because I've got a lot of really big races coming up, 10 milers, 30 milers, a lot of walks, hiking if you might call it, in the peaks, 16 mile, 26 mile, loads coming up. So I've got to get this garden straight and sorted for the winter before I get stuck into my winter activities. So I thought I'd just come and have a little bit of a chat, and I might put this piece on a separate video and not add it to what I've filmed in the garden today, because we've had 1 or 2 more new flowers come out. So I think I might split it, or so I'll make it too long. So I'll see you next time.